Hello, everyone, and welcome back finally to the episode number 31 of Get Help with Tanmay Mehta. And yes, like always, let me just start with my introduction till the time you guys put in your introduction in the comments box, wherein you can put in your name, your city, and if you own any system, you can feel free to share your system details or the configuration in the comments box. So, guys, my name is Tanmay Mehta. I have been a home cinema consultant since more than 10 years now, 10, 11 years actually. So, May 2013 is when I started this company called Touchwood Automations in Pune, just in my last year of engineering. And it's today almost 11 plus years old. And we have been doing some crazy installations across India. And home theater is what I live in, and home theater is what I actually breathe. I talk about. Uh, so, this is something which I'm very, very passionate about, and my whole mission is to help people like you to get more and more information so that you are prepared in a very, very right manner to buy home theater systems. So yes, that is about me. Let's see who all are here. Please feel free to say hi in the comments box with your name so that I can start addressing you and talking to you. Okay, so how's it, Atharva, for you? Good.
Yep.
Okay, so Atharva is here with me, who is going to be voice for some of the questions that I might miss, and is also going to read some old questions that we have got accumulated since last a week or two.
Week or two, yeah,
Okay,
from Slack and
and
from
you
the
also
link.
want to take up some comments, Atharva, from some of the videos.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, would
Yeah,
be a nice
definitely,
idea.
because we have not answered many comments lately, so we can take
Okay,
some of the comments as well.
okay. So, well, guys, so the reason why I have not been much active on YouTube in the comment section for some time is that I had a very good news that I would want to share with all of you. I've been recently blessed with a baby boy, which is my first child. So, was really occupied in all of the family commitments, as you all would know. At some point of time, I'm sure you must have been through the same as well. And if there are any daddy tips, I would love to take them. So you can feel free to share that using the link that is shared in the pinned comment. And yes, let's start with your questions. Okay, we have got already few people waiting. Thank you so much for all the congratulations. Really means a lot, and I hope your good wishes helps me in this journey. So, otherwise, let's start with the comments that we have got first.
So
So
we
we
have
give
got
some
the
time for the people out here to settle in.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's take a first question actually.
Okay.
In wall speakers versus floor standing speaker setup for dedicated home theater room, which one is better?
Okay.
Question from Siv Kumar, and is from Bangalore.
Okay. So Shiv Kumar, I think if it's a dedicated cinema room, I personally feel an involved system will always work better, because when you have multiple rows, a floor standing speaker will be restricted to a certain height, whereas an involved speakers will deliver, will be helpful in throwing the sound all the way till the back row. So that's an advantage of going for an involved speaker over a floor standing speakers. However, we have done some installations which we have also featured on our channel, wherein the floor standing speakers have gone behind the screen, which means that we have elevated the height of the speaker, and the floor standing speakers are overall big boxes, which means that they have got high power, they have got fantastic bass. So that is the only area wherein a floor standing speaker will continuously win. Floor standings, you don't need too much of bass apart from the subwoofer, which can be one. But when you buy an involved speaker package, you should definitely consider minimum two subwoofers to compensate for the bass loss that would happen. uh, but yeah, I think if it's a dedicated cinema room, I would still prefer to go for an involved speaker package over the floor standing speakers. Okay, so I think Shiv Kumar, that's I hope you get your answer to the question. Do we have the next question, Atharva?
Okay. So please explain me what is the difference between BMW in-wall speaker 7.3 and 7.4. Which one should I buy? The question is from Mr. Ashwin. He's from Mumbai.
Okay, so Ashwin, I think the speakers 7.3 and 7.4, if you are referring to the CT series, then the 7.3, I believe, is the three-way speaker, and the 7.4 is a two or two and a half way speaker. So that's the major difference between both the speakers. Three-way will always give you a much more richer sound because it has got couple of crossovers right from the bass to the mid and the mid to high. That's the advantage. We have done a special video wherein we talk about two-way, two and a half way versus three-way, so feel free to watch that video to get some more understanding about it. And the second thing that you should also understand is that 7.3 in the BMW series, even if it's a CWM series, is going to be far more bigger speaker, so it is going to have more power. It will be able to cover a longer throw distance compared to the 7.4 model. So that's the difference. What you can also do is you can keep the left rights to 7.4 and the center to 7.3, because the material is all same. It's just that the power for the vocals will be far more richer. So that's a very valid or a nice way to build your home theater system if you don't want all the three to be upgraded to 7.3 model.
Okay. So
Okay, so that was about the questions from the earlier comments and the earlier
questions.
link, yeah, that we have received. Let us now start taking over some questions from this area as well. So the first one is from Rahul, who is asking, "Hello, what ceiling speakers would you recommend for a living room for listening to music?" Honestly, Rahul, for ceiling speakers only to listen to music, I would prefer to go for bookshelf speakers over the ceiling speakers if given a chance. If not, you can also evaluate some of the Wi-Fi speakers or all-in-one speaker category. Those would be far more better in performance compared to a ceiling speaker. However, if I have to still select one, Bose DM series, that is the Design Max series, is very nice. That you can consider. Or else, I think any stereo speaker which is like a two tweeter speaker from brands like Monitor Audio, or what else can we think of? A Fine Audio ceiling speaker is great. A Sonos Faber ceiling speaker is great. So any speakers which are known for their musical quality, go with that as a in ceiling speaker to listen to music. If you still want to go for the ceiling options, if not, bookshelf or an all-in-one speaker would be the best way to go forward. Next question we have is from Nisar. Nisar is saying for a living room and a 7.1.2, okay, and 7.1.2 and budget 1.5 lakhs. Suggestions, please. Well, Nisar, first of all, 7.1.2, I highly doubt if it will be possible in 1.5. You would definitely have to stretch minimum up to 2.5, because almost a lakh of rupees is the AV receiver price for 9 channel. Then that leaves you with very less or almost negligible amount for building a 7.1.2. And again, uh, I will not be able to tell you which speakers, because I have no clue about the speaker, the room that you'll be using the speakers into, the viewing distance and all that stuff. So why don't I ask Atharva to help you with the link of designing your home theater, and that ways you can get in touch with our experts. Next question we have is from Dr. Tyson. Okay, he says, does the Yamaha Avantage RX A880 have HDMI EARC? Avantage A80, I think, is an old series compared to the A4, A2 is that we have seen recently. I will have to check the back panel of it. If not, you can simply just Google back panel and confirm if it has got the EARC feature. But I think it should, because EARC has been around for what, almost 3 4 years, and A80 has been one of the last products just before the upgrade to the A4A series. The built-in TV apps versus Fire TV Stick from a surround sound perspective. Well, this is a big catch out here. Fire TV Stick is also not very very great. If it would have been an Apple TV or let's say a Nvidia, I would have probably voted to that direction. But built-in TV apps would be as good as Fire TV Stick. Now over here, you will have to evaluate whether your built-in TV apps support 4K and your TV also supports Atmos. If it has, then I'm pretty sure that the built-in TV apps would be equally good when compared to Fire TV Stick. Aryan says, which one would you choose between Clips 6000F versus Polk Reserve 600? Well, Aryan, I think if I'm more into movies, I would go with Clips. And if my room is big, wide, I will definitely go for Clips. Polk Reserve R600, I would go for it if I don't want too much of harshness or too much of loudness in my home theater room. So, uh, which sound tonality would you prefer? Go for it. Both the speakers are fantastic, by the way. Siva is saying 12 by 23 room acoustic. Price, tell me. Okay. So, Siva, for a 12 by 23 room, there are various acoustic methods. You have got polyester board, which is very, very widely used, which is very, very cheap as well, not very expensive. Then you have foam boards available. Then you have fabric based paneling available. Now, the cost differentiation between a fabric paneling versus a polyester board ranges somewhere around 500 rupees. Okay. So, you can imagine that the cost behind acoustic is purely dependent upon, first of all, how much, or what kind of material surface you want to go for. Secondly, if you want to do everything rightly, okay, in terms of isolation and insulation, then you may have to end up spending at least 600 to 700 rupees per square feet on the walls so that you get the best acoustic, because it will involve some sort of rubber treatment, air gaps, then a grid panel with all the infill material. On top of it would be a wood wool board. On top of it would be a foam panel, and then you will have the fabric wrapping around it. So it's a full, 4 inches or 3.5 inches acoustic layered system which you'll have to install. Then only you will get the best performance and it will cover all the frequency bandwidth. If you don't want to do that and save some money, you can simply get some acoustic panels, as we discussed in our last video about the ones that we recently got as well, the V acoustics. That is a very very nice company. Art Novion is another company, and then there are some Indian brands like Timber Acoustics, MMD Acoustics, doing some decent job which you can explore. Epson TW9400 still the best projector under 2 lakhs. Absolutely, I think hands down this is still one of the uh, very very gold mine product in the lamp based category, and we are still very happy with it. The company is equally happy, and that's why there has not been any single upgrade post 9400, because I don't know if they will be able to cope up and they'll be able to come up with something better than that. So 9400 still continues to rule the home theater segment in the 2 lakh rupees budget category. Okay, so next question we have is very interesting. Odyssey setup is measured speaker crossover automatically, or I set the crossover frequency. Please tell me. So Sudhar, I think Odyssey, what it does is it'll do the automatic calibration, right? You don't have to do anything. But if you want to do a little fine tuning, you will definitely have to do that crossover setting manually as well. And that ways you can fine tune the system to a better level. So relying only on Odyssey will probably not help. You may have to do a little bit of fine tuning with the kind of calibration expert that you may have. You can probably use that resource. But yes, it will be very important for you to set the crossovers right, and that is something which not necessarily Odyssey will be able to measure it to the minutest level. Next up we have a question from Sirius. Okay, bro, I'm using Xbox as media player. Okay, using Plex streaming from PC, and when I stream Dolby True HD movie, I can see info shows signal as Dolby True HD and AVR display shows as Dolby Atmos. uh, Dolby True HD is an audio codec, whereas Dolby Atmos is an object based audio. What do I say? It's more like an object based audio output. So it is not necessarily going to show you Dolby True HD in the AV receiver. Dolby Atmos is still fine, because eventually it is going to give you the output in the Dolby Atmos format. But the good part is, if you're getting the Dolby True HD mentioned, it means that you're getting a very very nice lossless Dolby Atmos format. So good job with it. Though Plex server is very restricted to certain content, it may not read all the files, so just be cautious about it. There's another app which is called Fusion. I have not tried it, but if you are free, you can please try it and share your feedback in any of our videos. Okay, we have one more question from Salsu. Okay, hi Tanmay, which is the best 4K Dolby Blu-ray player available in the Indian market 2024? Nice to see a lot of people asking about Blu-ray players, and that brings me actually to the topic of OTT streaming versus Blu-ray players or Blu-ray movies. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. If not, I would highly insist you to watch that video after this live session, because that will actually open up your mind. And I'm very, very happy with the kind of response that we have got for that video, wherein people have started understanding that, okay, why should we really buy Blu-ray players or media players? I mean, that's a very, very nice awareness. And anybody who is spending 10 lakh rupees on a home theater or 15 lakh rupees on a home theater today needs to have a Blu-ray player as a mandatory item, because come on, if you're spending so much, you need to have the input also right, and you need to start building up on that collection. If not, you can start slowly using a Plex library creation or something or the other, but try using Blu-ray player the maximum, in the maximum manner as you can. So yes, coming to the question, best Dolby Blu-ray players. Uh, Honestly, we wanted to do a video on this, so I don't know if I'll be able to really give you the best answer, but I'll give you some hints. Okay, I'll give you two three models. One is the Sony UBP X800 M2. So that's a very nice, decent 60,000 rupees Blu-ray player. Then we have the Panasonic U8. 820 or UB820 model, again around 60,000 rupees pricing. And then there is Magnetar DPUB 9,000, which is around 1.4, 1.5 lakhs. So these are some of the Blu-ray players that are very, very nice. You can evaluate either of these three models. If you don't have any urgency, then you can wait for our video, probably that's releasing sometime around next week, and then you can make a call as to which one to go for. Okay, Aryan says, is 5.1.4 an overkill for a 150 square feet living room? Definitely not, Aryan. The configuration you want to go for, you can go for as much as you can. You can even go for a 7.1.4 in the same room as well. No problem. It's just that when you have many speakers very, very close to each other, then the separation becomes a little difficult to achieve and experience. So, yes, I don't know your room size. I don't know what is the viewing distance. And if at all these four ceiling speakers are kept at a little separation, then no problem. You can go for a 5.1.4 even in the living room. Gaurang's, no, I think Gaurang's, we answered that, right? Yeah. Which soundbar will you recommend for a budget of around 50,000? Okay, Rahul. So here's yet another thing. We have recently done a video on some of the best Dolby Atmos soundbars around 50,000 rupees. So I would recommend you to watch that video. Though those soundbars are ideally meant for bedrooms. So I don't know which space you will be using this soundbar in. Please feel free to drop in another comment sharing that, and we will be able to tell you the right product that you can use. Best streaming device which can play Dolby Atmos from Blu-ray remix played via Plex. From Plex, I don't think many Blu-rays will do that because lot all the Blu-ray players come with a built-in Android to download the Plex app. So you will have to stick to a media player like Zedu or Dune to do that job of Plex. The Blu-rays are only restricted more towards Blu-ray content or USB content, and they may have licenses of three apps, which is YouTube, Amazon, and Netflix. So yeah. What's the next question? We have some differentiation about the speakers coming up. Well, before I take the further questions, let me make some good announcements. We have got some fantastic projects lined up coming in Delhi as well as in Bangalore. So these are some exciting projects, as well as we are working right now on a great home theater room in Goa, and it is going to be one hell of a project. And we believe that our entire team is super excited about that project. The costing is crazy as well, but the configuration, I think it's going to be a 9.4.6 with an Oro 3D 13.1 or a 15.1 setup. So that's what we are working upon these days. Plus, we have some, as I told you, amazing multi-room solution products offering, or a multi-room project that is going on in a Delhi for a penthouse. Then we are doing a nice home cinema room in Bangalore and in Pune. So yeah, some exciting work happening around. And if you guys need any help, or if you guys need any support in helping or doing your home theater systems as well, then again go back to the link that will be shared in the chat box, and please feel free to use that to get in touch with our team. Also, moving forward, there are going to be few changes in our services, because what we have noticed is that we have been taking a lot of efforts in designing your proposals, but our team has not seen that kind of same approach from some of the customers. So we are going to stop our free consultation service to some extent, wherein the first solutions would be shared for free. Moving forward, we would be definitely asking them to opt for the 2D design service as the mandatory service, because 2D design service will help them actually visualize the space and understand the entire placement game. Because what I see as one of the major barriers in the home theater segment is people are more interested to know that, okay, how much am I spending, which speakers am I buying, which projector am I buying, but they fail to understand one primary thing, is that what exactly works in your room, because eventually these are all custom home cinema solutions designed or customized only for your cinema room or only for your space. So that is why opting for that 2D design as the first service is extremely important, so that my team can also practically tell you that what is the difference between floor standing and an in-wall or a bookshelf in your room, what is the reason to go for a long throw projector, lamp based projector, laser based projector. So there would be some practical discussion happening, and that is why I believe that would be a mandatory service moving forward that we would ask most of you to buy. Now, if you want to know whether that really works, whether that really is helpful, I am going to ask you to watch some of our setup tours, because over there, these same customers who have, taken the entire solution from us will tell you how important it is to opt for the 2D design service. And I don't know if any of you over here have utilized that. Please feel free to share your experience and do tell us that whether that gives you clarity. See, eventually you buy from anywhere, that's your choice. But at least knowing what you're buying and how it is going to fit in your experience center or in your experience room needs to be sorted, and that is exactly what the 2D design does as the initial step in moving ahead for your home theater building systems or proposals. So yeah, please put in the comments if any of you have opted any of our 2D or 3D design services. So yeah, that these were the 2 3 announcements that we had in mind that we wanted to make.
Sony.
Okay.
We forgot the product.
The product. Okay. So, guess what I was shooting today? I was shooting the Sony Theater Quad, which is finally, there since last 1.5 week, I think, in our store.
Yeah.
And we have been really enjoying our time with it. So please stay tuned. Finally, we have got a Sony product in our playlist, and not just a normal product. It is the Sony Theater Bravia Theater Quad, as they call it, or some people also call it as the HT-A9 Mark II speaker package, which is worth 2 lakh rupees, and it's going to be an exciting review. Believe me, we have taken crazy amount of efforts behind it, and we are trying to change our video game as well to a great extent. So yes, please stay tuned to watch that video. That's again releasing next week. Moving on, taking some new questions. We have got a question from Biswajit asking, can I connect a 300-watt subwoofer to an AVR which has 130-watt subwoofer output? AVR most of the times has active subwoofer connection, which is through pre-out, wherein the power doesn't matter because the power is being taken directly by the subwoofer through its power socket, and it is only connected via a signal cable. So you can connect a 1,000-watt subwoofer as well to a pre-out port, no problem at all. Now I don't know which AVR over here you're talking about, and if it's a passive subwoofer output, then in that case you cannot do a 300 watts subwoofer connection to a 130 watts uh, subwoofer output port. Twin Kanti says, please tell me about Sonodyne PM4040, which I like to use to listen for music. Uh, Personally speaking, to Inkant, I haven't personally listened to the speaker. I've used the Sonodyne's SRP series, SRT series, the active monitors, the from Sonodyne. We have used their Sonos speakers. We have used their Ivo speakers, the micro HTS speakers. All of these have been great. I don't know about PM4040, but yeah, you can definitely check them online. And if you want, you can even talk to the company guys and ask them to see if there's any demo available for you. And thank you so much, Twin Kanti, for your wishes. How is Polk Audio RTI A5 as front towers? Well, RTI series has been a very nice, well-renowned series. So no doubt it is a great speaker package. Moving forward, they discontinued that and got the Reserve series instead of RTI series. But yes, RTI fans, I am still seeing them around India, and RTI A5 is a nice product to have. So good one, I think, Tyson. Shrikant says, can you review one of the Wanbo projector available on Amazon? Well, Shrikant, either you will have to send me that projector or the Wanbo company will have to send me that projector, because I'm definitely not spending money on these portable projectors. First of all, my personal belief is also very, very less on these portable projectors because they kind of fool you a lot, and the lumens is not really very, very accurate. Uh, there are few models in Wanbo which we have appreciated, and we have referred also to people who still want to buy something under 50,000. So yes, I am definitely looking forward to it. I had only one instance of using Wanbo, that too at my niece's place in Mumbai. She doesn't have TV in the home. Again, millennial, but far more younger than me as well. So she does not have TV in her entire home. She just uses a projector, throws the image on the wall, connects a Bluetooth speaker like JBL Flip to it, and she's good to go. So yes, there are these kind of people who would love Wanbo, and my only experience with Wanbo was in her house, and I think it was pretty decent. But yes, we had to turn off lights, we had to draw the curtains during the afternoon to get a basic decent image on the screen. So yes, at that price point, obviously we can't expect too much, but Wanbo is one of the nice companies in the portable segments. Next up, we have a question from Ravi Teja asking, can we get some quality of audio in home theater, which we get from real theater? Definitely, Ravi Teja. I think you will have many people tell you that they have a better sounding home theater than even a normal commercial theater that you would visit. So, yes, it is very much possible to get not just equivalent, but something far more better than a commercial theater in your home theater room. Now, if you want to know how to do that, again, go to the design your dream home theater comment and fill out that form, and then my team will help you. Sajid says, in my home theater, PS5 is not supporting hard disk. Okay, suggest some media players for playing content from hard disks. That's surprising, Sajid. All the PS5s that we have seen, they do support hard disk, even up to 4 TB. So I don't see that happening. I don't know why it's not for your case, but in case it is not working, then I think go for Zedu media player or a Dune media player. It should do the job. We have Rahul asking, can I connect my external HDD to my Denon AVRX 2800 to play? No, Rahul, you cannot do that. The USBs that are given in the AV receivers are only and only for audio playback. They do not indulge into video playback at all. So you need a media player like the Zedu or the Dune, or you need a Blu-ray player to play your content. Is there a place to learn the audio and the video calibration for a home theater setup, especially audio calibration like Odyssey, Direct Live, etc.? Okay, that's a nice question, Ashwani. If you really want to learn or if you want to get into this industry, we do have a training program which we charge 50,000 plus GST, and we do have few of the industry people who are home automation enthusiasts who have opted for these courses. It's a 3 day live training in our office, personally by me, for the first 2 days. Sorry, for the first 2.5 days, and the last half day is been done by my team who will teach them all the practical connections. So direct Odyssey, everything is covered in that training. So feel free to opt for it if you are interested. If not, you can check the direct YouTube channel, and they do have a basic tutorial as to how to go about it and how to do it. Okay, talking about this training program, we have one more. I mean, one more announcement that I would like to make out here is that we are actually coming up with more and more experience centers, but we are inviting our franchisees to take over it, and we would be the back end support for all of them. So taking care of the sales operations all through central location, and only experience centers is what we want to multiply. Sorry. So yes, if anybody is interested in that, or if you know anybody who is interested in a good, nice, progressive business which gives good returns, please ask them to get in touch with us using the link that is pinned in the chat box, and we would love to explore how it can go ahead. Dipnil says, Tanmay sir, can you please help me to say, suppose I use HDMI 2.0 cable, 18 Gbps, and use small HDMI extender, okay, basic quality, at the end for bending issue, does it affect its performance? Absolutely it does, because any see, audio and video is like a chain. Okay, it starts from the source, it goes to the output. For instance, let's say the source is a Dune media player. Okay, now a Dune media player or a Zido media player is where the content is going to be first connected to. Then you have an HDMI cable connecting it to the AV receiver. From the AV receiver you have one cable going either to the TV or to the projector. Now, the more and more products you add in the middle, it is going to further deteriorate the loss, if not compatible to the previous connection. So, for instance, if you're connecting a HDMI cable, which is a good, nice 18 Gbps cable, and if you're connecting it to a basic extender, it is going to deteriorate the quality, and you would not want to do that. So, don't compromise on the extender. I know that for certain reasons you do need those extenders, but make sure to buy a good one, because there are brands like AudioQuest which have that. If not, there are cables also from AudioQuest wherein they give you a 90-degree swivel and whatnot. So please feel free to opt for that instead of doing all this hassle. Aryan says, which one would you recommend? Okay, I think between Polkar 600 and Monitor Audio Bronze 500. Uh, I think both are at par. Aryan, Polkar 600 will obviously be more value for money product. Monitor Audio Bronze 500 is decent, but silver is far more richer in sound. Suresh says hi. Hi Suresh, how are you? Uh, Gorang is asking, thanks for answering. Could you say is the best streaming device for Atmos HDR? Fire TV Stick 4K third gen or Apple TV 4K or Nvidia Shield TV Pro? I also want to stream Atmos content via Plex. I think stick to Apple TV or Nvidia Shield Pro. That these are the two best media players with OTT streaming options. Not the Fire TV Stick. Fire TV Stick is good if you are running short on funds and you want to build anything in the home cinema space in or around 1 or 2 lakh rupees. Next question we have is from Saurabh asking, need only projector, already have speakers, area, living room, brightly lit, use mostly watching movies. Nice way to put up your question, Saurabh. Budget 75,000. Okay. Throw 8 feet, features LED based Epson BenQ Optima Bluetooth casting. Uh, okay. So I have got a fantastic product for you, Saurabh. If you are looking to use a projector in this room and your throw distance is only 8 feet, go for Epson TW750 because at 8 feet, which is the shorter distance, it can give you 100 inches screen minimum. Plus, don't go for these features of Bluetooth casting and all, because if you have an AV receiver and if you're using a Fire TV stick or a Apple TV or some sort of media player, then cast your image to that. If you want to cast audio through Bluetooth, again cast it to the AV receiver or the speaker system that you have. Don't use Bluetooth connections for your projector because it's not really worth it, and you would want to stick on to the direct connections to the main sources and not to the projector. Next up, we have one more question from Sirius asking, do you think there's much difference between branded power amps like Emotiva, Marantz versus assembled amplifiers, which we can get at a very less price? Is the branded worth the money? See, branded are really worth the money because they have already done so much of research. They know what kind of products to go inside. They have already worked around various classes of amplification like Class A, Class B, Class EB, Class D, Class G, Class H. So they have done that research for you, and they come with good warranty as well. Like something like Emotiva, it comes with a good, I think, 3 years warranty. Marantz will have 1 year warranty. So that is something which is a reliability on these products. You definitely find a nice solution with the branded ones. Unbranded ones, it's like Bhagwan Bharose. You never know how it will work, whether it will give the same output to your speakers. And when you spend a good amount on the speakers, you do not want the engine to be a faulty one, or you don't want to compromise on the engine. So no point having a Ferrari if the engine is of a Maruti. So please don't try to compromise on such products. Sandeep is saying, I have a commercial studio master. Okay, I have a commercial setup, Studio Master 12 inches subwoofer with XLR input output. Can I use it with Denon X 2800H AVR, which is RCA cable? So the problem with a commercial subwoofer, Sandeep, is that there is no crossover settings to it. And even if you do that in the AV receiver, you will still not get the same impact. So it will definitely not give a great experience. But in case you still want to give it a try, there's no harm. You can do that, see how it performs, and then you can take a call whether you need to buy a new subwoofer or you want to continue using your Studio Master subwoofer. Next question we have is from Arun. Arun is asking, hi, then I'm planning to buy BenQ TK700 STI projector. I already have a 120 inches big view bright projector screen. My use case is mostly dark room. Do I need to upgrade to ALR screen? Please suggest. Okay, so let's talk about ALR screens more on with regards to Arun's question and overall as a common misconception in the market. ALR screens are great to enhance your contrast to give you a good depth in the image, but ALR screens, as the name suggests, stands for ambient light rejection, which means that if you have ambient light wherein you are going to use the projector screen and you want to cut off that light and still get a better experience, then going for an ALR screen or a long throw ALR screen is really good. But if you're going for a projector screen in a room which is dark, which does not have ambient light, then do you still need ALR screen? Why don't you tell me the answer in the comments, please? That's my thought process. If you have some better counter, please feel free. I'm up for discussion on the ALR segment. Shrikant said, is it good idea to spend less on AVR and more on speakers and amplifier? Definitely not. I think what you can do is you should spend at least 30 to 40% of your audio budget on the amplifier and then the balance 60-70 on the speakers put together with the subwoofer. Shakir is saying, can we use a PC or laptop to get real Atmos and 4K resolution connection with AVR with downloaded movies, Blu-ray, or etc.? Okay, so definitely you can use a PC or laptop because it's nothing but a media player at the end of the day. It's going to do the same job. However, the PC needs to have the support for all the things that you need from your home theater. So if it's Dolby Atmos, it needs to have a capacity to read that format and to send that format ahead to the AV receiver. If it's got to do with the video, it again needs to have the support for sending a 4K signal. So yes, do check up on this, and if your PC does that job or your laptop does that job, then you can use that instead of a media player. The only hassle out here is that instead of sitting with a remote control, you'll have to sit with that laptop or a PC or a mouse or a keyboard, which may not be really the best. Okay, Suresh, I don't think we can answer your question out here because these are all pirated content and we don't really we can't promote them over here for sure. So yes, I'm sorry. Uh, Mir says,
But they can connect to us.
"Oh yes, but you can still connect with us, Suresh, if you want to know more about it." Mir says best HTS or home theater system with screen projector, AV receiver, speakers under 2 to 3. Well, Mir, go back to the link. Atharva, please help him with the link again because that's the only way we'll be able to tell you that which one works better because we need to know more and more details. So feel free to put in all those inputs in that link that has just been shared on the chat box. Next question we have is from Jidnesh Pujari, who is asking room length is 12 feet by 10 feet. Tell all stuff, including recliner, approximate 2.5 lakhs. Okay, so Jidnesh, again for you, I don't know if including recliner 2.5 lakhs seems to be a feasible budget, but if you want to still give it a try, and my team needs to give it a try as well, we would love to have you get into that link as well so that we can help you. Ranjan is saying, I have a Yamaha A4A amplifier, tower speakers, Pole Key S60. If I buy am the speaker through two numbers, Yamaha PX3 amplifiers, any significant improvements in the sound experience? Definitely. See, if you are using a dedicated power amp, you will definitely get a better and a richer sound, a more dynamic output coming from the speakers. And that is the whole idea of using good power amps as well, because they can bring the best out of your speakers. When you connect them to the AV receiver's power is being consumed by two, three more things. One is the audio processor, second is the video processor, third is your Bluetooth Wi-Fi, then you have the display meter in the front, then you have the Wi-Fi connection as well. So a lot of things are going to draw the power and going to not give you the best of the output, because eventually everything has to sit in one small cabinet, and that is where adding a power amp will definitely help you get the best output even from a Polkey S60 speakers. Shrikant is saying AVR like Maran Cinema 70s with emotive amp. Yeah, no problem. It's a good choice, Shrikant. Multi-room audio using Apple AirPod Extreme second gen have a few of them. That's nice, Mihir. You can go ahead with it. You can even check the HomePods or the mini HomePods for a 10,000 rupees getting an AirPlay 2 product which has got Siri built in. I think it's not a bad deal. HomePod mini is really nice, but I think they've stopped HomePod minis, right?
They don't actually promote it that much. It's there.
Because of the new launch of the new HomePod.
Yeah. And since they have gotten into the Vision Pro thing,
Yeah. But I think HomePods would still stay because they are going to compete with the Amazons and the Googles in that voice assistant device section. What is a new upgrade? Let's wait till September to see if there's anything. But as of now, the mini HomePods and the big ones are still good to use for multi-room audio. You can even do what do I say, intercom system. And this is something which I don't see people in India really use it much. But believe me, people in abroad, they do the maximum utilization of these voice assistant services. I have seen my own brother using the Amazon and the Googles that he has got in the home to, wish a good night to his son or to even me when I go there. So it's a nice way to communicate with the people who are in the home instead of shouting their names and then calling them out. So yes, please start using them if you have them in your home. Let's say if your spouse wants to call you or your children out for dinner or lunch, that would be the best way to give them the shout out. Yes, next question we have is from okay, Gaurang. Samsung Q990 soundbar with Epson, or BenQ X3000i with Apple TV 4K. Uh, Not very valid. BenQ X3000i is more like a portable projector. Again, we have already discussed on this. 2 lakh rupees budget. Stick to TW9400 with Apple TV, without Apple TV. That's up to you which media player to go for. And Samsung Q990C, good setup to begin with, but I would definitely ask you to upgrade it over a period of time. P. Siva Kumar says involve speakers and close running. Okay, I think Siva Kumar we have.
Yeah.
Okay, but because you joined in late, I'll just give you a small glimpse again. So we started with your question, Siv Kumar, which we had received over the link. Involve speakers versus floor standing speakers for dedicated home theater room. No doubt, involve speakers will always work better for a longer throw and for hidden and a nice output. It can even go behind the screen and won't consume too much of space. Floor standings, if you're going to keep it on the floor as the name suggests, it will not have a long throw as much as the involve will have, because they're mounted at a high height. Floor standings can also be put behind the screen. Not very advisable if the room lengths are small, because you need at least 1.5 feet of space behind the screen. So if you're willing to do that, go for floor standings. If you want to know more about what we discuss on this question, you may have to just watch the start of this live to get all the answers again. Next question we have is from Vinay asking, "Hi Tanmay, have you tried Yamo D500 series speakers?" I haven't tried them. I have just listened to them once. Good brand Yamo, has got very nice crisp sound. Very good in the high frequency range. Uh, Worth exploring. So what should be the budget according to you? Okay, okay, Jidnesh. I think the budget for 2.5 will definitely be less for all the things that you need. Definitely try to extend it at least till 4.5. I don't know the number of recliners that you would need, but just to give you a rough impression, 35,000 per recliner minimum. So now you can take a call, and these are motorized recliners that I'm talking about. Manual ones probably would start around 20-25 grands. So see the number of recliners. Based upon that, create your separate budget for recliners. For AV, if you're looking for 4K and Atmos, spend minimum 3.5 to 4 lakhs. Sham is saying, "Hi sir, what is your opinion about Taga Harmony with Denon 580 VT?" I think Sham, Taga Harmony is one of the best value for money, nice speakers to have, wherein you're not spending too much on the home theater system, yet you're getting a nice experience. So yes, go for it, and don't buy Pole Fusion T series. It's not very impactful for the same price. Marantz versus Denon, which is better? A lot of YouTubers like Andrew Robinson tell Denon is not good quality. What is your opinion? I don't think Andrew has ever said Denon is bad quality. He uses one Denon AV receiver himself. But yes, which model are we talking about here makes the judgment a more valid judgment between the two brands. So yes, there's nothing that okay, this is best, this is best. Also try to understand, Shrikant, that which speakers are you going to connect these amplifiers to? Because if you're connecting, let's say, a clips, I would prefer a Marantz. If you are going for focals, which goes all the way up to 2.6 ohms, again, I'll go to Marantz. But yes, if I have more speakers like 6 ohms, 8 ohms, which are like Polks or Elax, then I would go with Denon, or even Monitor Audio. I will go with Denon. So that's how we see it as. Chandrasekhar says Epson TW7100 versus BenQ W4000i to replace Epson Home Cinema 2100 to experience 4K. Currently watching in dark room or on light grey painted wall. Hence, is it necessary for screen? If yes, which type? Screen mandatory, Chandrasekhar. Please do not compromise on that. Will be far more better even if you want to go for a white fabric screen. That is also fine. If your room is anyways dark, don't go for ALR screen as we discussed. By the way, I didn't see any answers coming on the ALR front. Guys, if you have got any suggestions or any experience with ALR in darkroom, please feel free to comment. I'll be very happy to have a healthy, nice discussion on ALR in dark rooms. So please feel free to put that. Coming to the question of Epson TW7100 versus BenQ 4000i, I think, see, it's like Epson versus BenQ. It has to be 9400 versus W4000i, wherein it would have some good tucker. Uh, and that is something which I would recommend. BenQ W4000i is a very nice LED projector, uh, creating a lot of buzz in the market. Uh, Again, we have not done a side by side comparison of BenQ versus Epson products. in this category. So I will not be able to give you the right answer, but you can have a demo of both, see in the light scenarios as well as in the dark scenarios, see which one looks better, and try to play the same clip using the same media source if possible. What do you think about Audio Quest cables? Well, Ajmal, Audio Quest is like I think one of the finest audio cable brand in the world. It has been highly doing its R&D in the cable segment, and they have got some fantastic product in HDMI cables as well as in the other type of cables like speaker cables, optical cables, even subwoofer cables. And not just that, AudioQuest also has power conditioners. So all you guys who are planning to put power conditioners, do not want very expensive product, AudioQuest has got power conditioners starting from 28,000. If you want to know which ones, if you want to buy them, again, use the pinned comment and get in touch with my team. They will help you with the products and the price. Sidhu says, hey Tanmay, what do you think about India lagging behind far away in AV products? Recently dropped out of the hobby due to 2x, 2.5x pricing in India for sub speakers and other equipment. Well, Sidhu, honestly, it's not the Indian distributors or the Indian companies that fault out here. The problem is with the taxation structure that we have. We have close to 30% on import duties, then there is 18% GST, 28% on projectors. So obviously, for all of these reasons, the Indian pricing is 2x or 2.5x. You won't believe, when I spoke to one of the colleagues in this industry, and he actually he's working with a very well known and a very famous group as well. So he told me that do simple calculations. Whatever dollar price you see in the US market, just multiplied by 130, 140 rupees. That is the Indian price, and that's how it is going to be because of the crazy price structure. So yes, there's nothing that we can do uh, out here. But yes, even if you buy them from US, that's fine. But only thing is the warranty is not available in the Indian market for the same. So take your call. I can truly agree with you that the pricing are insane. But as a part of this industry and having seen it very closely in the last 11 years, I can tell you that there is nothing that we can do in that, or anybody in the entire chain is at fault. Best screen for behind screen speaker. I think best screen for behind screen speakers is the perforated screen or the acoustic woven screens. Now both the screens are different. They have got different objectives. Acoustic woven screen will have a sound loss of hardly 1 or 2 dB, whereas the perforated ones will go up to 4 to 5 dBs. We will actually be doing a special video on this, wherein we would be talking about acoustic woven screens and the perforated screens, which one to go for, because they have a different calculation in various rooms. What kind of throw distance are you have in that room? What kind of speakers are you using? What is the wattage of that speaker? What is the sensitivity of that speaker? All of these things do matter while selecting the screen. So don't treat your screen as a separate object, especially if you're buying a acoustic woven or perforated screen. Arun says, what will be the upgrades for BenQ TK710 STI, which is a new launch over BenQ TK700 STI? The main upgrade is moving on from lamp to LED, because that is where BenQ is heading to. They are changing all their lamp based models to LED models to obviously work towards the betterment of the environment. And 710 STI is a simple example of that upgrade, wherein it is coming with a LED source instead of a lamp source. David says, have AV7706 connected 7.1 as of now. Can you share setup configuration video to get the best output? I don't know what you mean by that. If you want to know the placement, you'll have to again go for the 2D design service, David. If you want to know more about the calibration setup, then you'll have to do a virtual calibration setup call with my team to understand that. Now, this is again some interesting service, which I don't know many people know, right?
Yeah.
So virtual calibration we have done close to around we do around 5 every month. The last one that we did was for a client who's an architect, and he's based out of Bengal somewhere, I think in or around Kolkata, and he has got a nice setup, clip speakers with I think Maran's AV receiver, power amp as well. He has got a Blu-ray player from Oppo, Apple TV 4K, and he has got a wide library of Blu-ray players as well. Now, he was not happy with the entire performance of the system, and he got on a call with our team, which is a detailed 2 hour video call, minimum 2 hour. Okay, it can go beyond that as well. And in this virtual calibration tool, what we do is that we set up the entire chain of your home theater system. So right from your source player to your AV receiver to your TV or projector, we help you calibrate each and every device properly. There are some apps that we ask you to download. It's done over a Google Meet, so you are required to set up with a laptop if possible. If not, you need two phones, one for a WhatsApp video call, second one for the normal call probably. So yes, that's how we do it. And we want to see the screen, we want to see what things you're doing during that calibration process. And it's not just one time service, it is something which is lifetime. So this 2 hour video call is not where we stop. You have my team's access for any further assistance as well. So please feel free to opt for it. It's a 3000 rupees 3500 rupees service, and you can opt for it using the link which I'll be sharing when you use it, when you connect with us on WhatsApp using the link that is pinned. So please try to use that. If any of you have got existing setups, you are not happy with it and you want something better, so that is the only service that will help you. We recently also had a client called Srijit, because of whom we launched the free demo clips last time. So he also used this service and he realized that okay, his one pair of surround speakers wasn't working, and then when our team calibrated it, he finally found them working properly, and now he enjoys his home theater in a much more better manner, and he is now getting the value for money for what he paid. So yes, if you are stuck for these small problems, always come back to us, and we have our team who will be happily assisting you with any of these services. And talking about free demo clips, I don't know if many of you have used it. We have had crazy amount of people download these demo clips. In the last 1 month, if I have to give you a correct number, it has to be somewhere around 765. Now, these are the number of people that in the last 1 month, since last
Live,
YouTube
the
Live
live YouTube
till
live.
today's YouTube Live, we have had close to 760 people download these demo clips and enjoy their system. And we have had some fantastic responses. We have had people telling us that these demo clips now make me feel that okay, this is how my home theater should sound, or this is how it should, it sounds. So these were the quality of the demo clips. If any of you do not have an access to that, please feel free to comment demo clips right now, and Atharva will be sharing that link to you.
And we have done a separate video for those who don't have any
Yes. And we have also
immediate,
done a
yeah.
follow up video on that wherein we explained that if you want to watch this demo clips onto your home theater system without using a USB media player, then how to do that. We have also helped you understand that. So please feel free to watch that follow up video as well. Okay. So the link is shared. Please use that, guys, and get the best out of your home theater experience. What is better, SVS Satellite 5.0 or a DevTech 5.0 Pro Monitor 1000? Okay. Subwoofer, I think you can definitely go with the SVS SB1000 Pro. With regards to the satellite, SVS has got a little bigger body, so definitely even the driver size is bigger. So I believe that would be a far more better system compared to the DevTech 5.0 Pro Monitor 1000. Talking about this, DevTech has recently revamped some products, including the Pro Monitor series. The update of that I'm going to get tomorrow. So if anybody needs anything in particular about DevTech, please feel free to get in touch. Again, using the link. Don't buy old discontinued products. Try to buy what is latest. And if you are buying DevTech, then please get in touch. Hi Tanmay, how do you rate Paradigm Monitor series tower speakers for music listening? Paradigm is a very very nice brand, very powerful, very dynamic. Has got good punch. May not be as musical as Dali is, which is again very nice. Martin Logan, which is their sister brand, which is again very very nice in music department. Paradigm over there lacks a little bit, but in terms of movie experience, no doubt Paradigm is very very nice brand. Abhishek says, is there any vibration issues in screen involved speaker behind the screen? Well, there's no issue, Abhishek, if you're using a proper back box for it, and if you're screwing them properly, it's not going to get loose, it's not going to fall off, or there's not going to be any vibration. Just make sure to keep some gap between the speaker and the screen. Usually it is 2 inches minimum, but yeah, based upon which speaker buy, you can calculate that and you can place some gap between the screen and the speaker. Okay, we are almost coming to an end of our live of 8:30 as a time limit. but we will take last 2 3 questions. Atharva, quickly.
Yep.
Which one do you want to pick? Okay, otherwise picked Vinay's question. Vinay is asked, is Yamaha RN602 still worth buying in 2024 for Bollywood music? Looking for best matching tower speakers for warm sounding mid, similar to Tube. No doubt, Yamaha RN602 is a fantastic two-channel integrated amplifier. The RN800 series is far more richer upgrade, Vinay, if you want to even check that out. The best sounding speakers, I think that will go with that. Uh, I have used them with Sonus Faber Lumina series, fantastic. I have used them with even Paradigm actually, for one of our client. He's also extremely happy, and that has been, I think, almost 4 or 5 years old install. That time I think it was RN600 instead of RN602. What else can I think of? Mm, in the flow standing, I think the Dali Oberons are also very nice speakers. The Fine Audio F500 series is also very nice. Monitor Audio Silver is also very, very nice. So, yes, these are some of the speakers that I can think of to pair with your Yamaha RN602. Next comment, Atharva. Okay,
Yep.
he's picked up Sachin's comment. Where should one opt? No, acha,
How
okay.
much?
How much what home theater is sufficient for 160 square feet room, and where one should opt for proper 5.1 home theater or soundbar to get surround sound effect. Also, in this room, in this size room, is possible surround. Well, Sachin, for a 160 square feet room, you can definitely achieve a good immersive surround sound experience. Based upon your budget, you can decide whether to go for a soundbar or for a wired component system. Even if you go for a 5.1 satellite speaker package with as basic as a Denon X250 BT AV receiver, it will still sound better than a soundbar, because soundbars will have less sound stage, which the speakers will definitely give much more better output to. And if you have a scope for wiring, always go for wired components. Next up, we have a comment that has been picked up by Atharva from Arvind Raj. Uh, is it true that Pole produces okay, the first question was Maran Cinema 50 versus Denon X 3800H. I have a Denon. I find this good for movies, but it's slightly sibilant. The speaker sounds more pronounced. Uh, as sound, I have a Polk ES55 tower. And is it true that Polks produce sibilance if not feed with enough power, or is it a Denon thing? I don't think a Denon thing and a Marantz thing would really change out here. The Polk ES55 overall has got that same output, but yes, it does have enough power. If you want more music, then Marantz is definitely the way to go ahead with. Denon X 3800H is not bad either, but it is not as musical, or it does not have as great DAC as a Marantz would have. Okay, so that is it. I think that was a great session, guys. If you have some more questions, uh, please feel free to reach out to us using the link that is shared in the pinned comment. And to those of you who want to get the demo clips, again, the link of that is again shared in the comment section. And to those of you who want to design your home theater and get demo clips, the links for that is also shared. Saket is saying, okay, hi Tanmay, I hope you're doing well. Just joined now due to work. I'll catch up on the recording later. Sure, Saket, no problem. To those of you who have just joined in, or would be watching this video later, do watch the video completely, as in spend your 1 hour behind this video, because there have been constant questions that were thrown and have been answering them. So you may find answers to your questions as well in it. And yes, to give you some more news about what sort of videos are coming in the following month, we have the Sony Theater Quad, that is the Bravia Theater Quad review coming up. Then we have the OTT player versus Blu-ray player versus media player kind of debate with the best options to buy coming up.
And we are doing some TV stuff.
Oh, yes. And for the first time, we are going to be talking about TVs as well. We'll be talking about some of the best TVs to buy in 2024, because that's one space that we have not really hit hard, and we would definitely want to get there. And if you have got any feedbacks to share, or if you have some more ideas, feel free to put that out in the comment section. Me and my team will be happy to think over it, and see how we can give you some of the best uh, video topics through this. Madhu says, hi, Tanmay. Good to see you are providing apt information for second. Okay, thank you so much, Madhu, for the appreciation. I really appreciate that a lot. And thanks to all of you for your continuous support. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. And our Instagram game is getting very, very strong. It is almost reaching it has almost reached 19,000. Rather, it is getting closer to 20,000 now. And over here on YouTube, we are at a score of 22,500. So please let the YouTube, you know, be the one that we also feel as the preferred platform, and let the Instagram shadow be there at the back end to support for a regular fast moving content. So yes, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, I highly encourage you to do that, because I'm not going to disappoint you through any of our videos and the content that we would be coming up. And yes, that is it. Atharva, do you have anything to add?
Next live session will be on 8th of August.
Okay, so that's the date for the next live session. 8th of August 2024 is when we have our next live session. That is the second Thursday of the next month of August. And what else was I going to talk about? Something. I was going to talk about something. Yes, in case, okay, if you don't want to wait till the next live session, and if you want to get in touch with me and connect with me to address your queries on a one on one call, then please again use the link that is pinned and just ask for T20 with Tanmay, and they will be sending you the link to connect with me. It's a 500 rupees service, but it is worth my time as well as your time. So please feel free to use that. And I promise you, as always, that it's not going to disappoint you. So thank you so much for watching and staying with me for this last 1 hour. And it's been lovely interacting with you guys, addressing your questions. Looking forward to some more encouraging and more nice connections, conversations over some technologies in the next live session. I'm also going to throw some topics up for debate through your emailers. So please stay active on the emails as well. Because as you know, we do share good value through email. And I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, will see you again in the next video that is going to go live on Monday, 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much.